Hello, today I will be giving you a speech on why it's important to donate your organs. Imagine you were in a fatal condition and you were in a dire need of a heart, but there were none available to you. A simple postmortem donation could easily help save your life. In the US, about 6,570 people die every year because of shortage of donated organs. 18 of them die each day waiting for an organ transplant. It's hard to imagine that out of those 6,570, there was not another 18 people who would have been eligible to donate. Organ and tissue donation is a selfless way to give back to others and to be able to make that huge difference by giving another person a second chance at life. The number of patients waiting for organs far exceeds the number of people who have registered to become organ donors. Many stigmas related to organ donations are relatively false, and in order to be well informed, you must know what organ donation is and how it works, as well as how you can become an organ donor and what organ tissues you can donate. Becoming an organ donor after death is not only an important decision for yourself, but it's also an important decision for the life that you may have the power to save. I would like to go over 3 main points on why it's beneficial to become an organ donor. So for my first point, what is organ donation and how it works? Organ donation takes healthy organs and tissues from one person for transplantation into another. There are many people that are in need of an organ transplant. According to organdonor.gov, every day about 79 people receive transplant that they need, but also in that same day, 18 people die waiting for the transplant that they desperately need. According to National Network of Organ Donors, there are about 105,000 people on the organ waiting list at any given time. And every 11 minutes in the US, one more person is added to the organ donor waiting list. So if you do the math, about 130 people are added to the list every day, and the number of people added every day are more than the number of people taken off the list. So another reason on how organ donation works is the amount of lives that are saved through this. There are actually a substantial amount of lives that are saved through organ donation. One organ donor can help save up to 8 lives. In 2013, there were over 28,000 people that were saved through organ donation. Also in that same year, there were over 1 million that received cornea and eye transplant. It helped them be able to see again or to see for the first time in their lives. There has also been tissue transplant that has helped people recover from injuries that they once had suffered from. For my second point for becoming an organ donor is personal satisfaction. You can help save a life by giving that one person a second chance at life through organ donation. You can also help give somebody a better quality at life. For example, someone who needs a kidney transplant and receives the kidney that they need to survive. Well, this person will no longer need to go through dialysis or take medicines that they once had to have in order to stay alive while waiting on their transplant. The second reason is a transplant can also save them a lot of money. Although they will have to pay for the organ transplant, in the long run, it will save them and their families money by not having to buy all of the medicines or pay for the dialysis treatments. They are free to return to having an active and social life. I actually have a friend who has been on a waiting list for a lung transplant. He has been waiting for 3 years now and has to have oxygen treatment as well as 6 different types of medicine. And he has made the comment to me that it is costing him too much for him to stay alive. Another beneficial reason is to be an organ donor is that it can actually help comfort a grieving family. For example, you're an organ donor and unfortunately you passed away. Through your organ donation, it can give some kind of comfort to your family, knowing that your unfortunate death was not in vain, because the organs you choose to donate will give another human being that second chance that they desperately need to survive. And that brings me back to personal satisfaction, that when your time comes, there will be an opportunity for someone else, not just one person, but several other people that will benefit from your death. Because remember, one organ donor can help save up to 8 lives. So that brings me to my third point. How to become an organ donor, an organ and tissue donor. Becoming an organ donor is easy. Just go online and sign up on your state donor registry. There is no cost to you or your families. Make the commitment and decide to be an organ and tissue donor. Your decision to be an organ donor may help save or enhance over 50 lives. So another question asked is, who can become an organ tissue donor? All people, regardless of age or medical history, can sign up to be an organ donor. They should consider themselves potential organ tissue donors. There are only a few absolute exclusions into becoming an organ and tissue donor. That is HIV infections, active cancer, or systematic infections. But there are no strict age limits. No one is too old or too young for an organ donation. The condition of your organs is more important than your age. So please inform others. Share the news. There are many opportunities available to help promote organ and tissue donation in your community, or your workplace, and even your place of worship. Talk about donations because together we can make a difference. So now that I have told you about the importance of organ and tissue donation, by deciding to be an organ donor, you give the gift of hope. Hope for the thousands of individuals awaiting organ transplants, and hope for millions of individuals whose lives could be enhanced through tissue transplant. Organ and tissue donation and transplantation provide a second chance of life for thousands of people each year. You have the opportunity to be one of the individuals who makes these miracles happen. Remember, organ and tissue donation is beneficial to everyone, especially because you never know if that person who may need an organ or tissue transplant one day will be you.